What's up, folks? David Soto Jr. here. Raise your hand if you just wasted an hour at the Apple store. Raise your hand. I'm the only dumb shit. I'm the only dumb fucker that's sit there for an hour and got no help. Me? Okay, that makes sense. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about pleasant things. Maybe it'll help me get out of this mood. So, first thing I want to mention is I realized something. I always eat what's on my plate. I never leave food, right? I always eat what's on my plate. So, what if I put less on my plate, right? What if I put less on my plate? What would happen? And I did that. I did that last night. I did that today, right? I've been going to Whole Foods and eating, and it's not um, very efficient on funds, right? When you're low on funds, it's not a very good thing to eat. I mean, and technically it's a grocery store, so I can count it as groceries. But buying food, cooking yourself is definitely cheaper. But I haven't, not really in the best situation to do that. Um, Whereas if I get hungry and then I'd go somewhere to a park maybe, and then bust up the grill, get everything out, set everything up, cook the food, eat it, then pack everything back up. It's not optimal. And so I've been eating at Whole Foods a lot. Yesterday was about how you can get brisket cheap, which is really good. But so yesterday's meal was small, and it was my only meal of the day. Right? It's the first time I ate. It was a half a pound of food. I usually get a pound of food. Yesterday was a half a pound of food. Today I went in, and sometimes I usually eat a small meal, even if it's just macadamia nuts or a mixture of nuts, cashews and almonds and stuff like that. But I went in and I'm like, let me see what happens. And I ate. I just, even though I was hungry, I was starving. I could easily eat a pound of food, of meat specifically. But I got a little bit of meat and a little bit of coleslaw, some good ass coleslaw, just a little bit, and it was enough. I'm hungry again, so I'm gonna go back and do it again. But I only ate like 4.9 pounds, 0.49 pounds of food. I'm gonna go back and get another 0.49 pounds of food. That would be $10 a day, less than $10 a day, right? $8.99 a pound, less than $10 a day. Guess they charge tax, those fuckers. But so I'm getting off track here. My whole point is eating less. Right? I know this stuff. I write it in my books. Right? When you eat high-fat, high-protein meals, when you don't eat carbs, sugary, white, refined carbs, you don't overeat, or it's hard to overeat. Right? You get satisfied. You the I always forget the hormone. Lip, 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 leptin. The hormone that tells you you're full. It gets released quicker, more efficient when you're eating a high-fat, high-protein meal, and then you're satiated sooner and you're full. If you scarf down your food real fast, or if it's hyper palatable, meaning it tastes good, right? The only reason you're eating it is because it tastes good, not because you are hungry or it's nutrient, or that your body needs a nutrients. You're only doing it because it tastes good, right? So for me, my situation is, if I order 10 tacos, there's a good chance I'll eat 10 tacos. But kind of like, what if I just get 5? It's still a lot of tacos, huh? My point is what if I get half as much? I eat everything that's on my plate. So if I'm only putting a small portion, will it be enough food? So far it seems yes. The answer seems to be yes. I can eat half as much You have to understand that my situation is that I have been the big guy, right, my whole life. And so people are like, oh, here, let me get in line before Soto, right? They want to do. It's been a joke and it's funny and people like that. So I'm like, oh, let me eat as much food as I can so that I live up to the expectations of these people. I've been trying to get away from that these past few years, especially since I started eating primitive meals, primitive food. I do get satisfied sooner. I do walk away feeling full. The problem is sometimes I still cannot stop. I don't know where this, maybe it's the whole eat everything on your plate, don't waste food, poor people are starving, blah, blah, blah. So I don't waste food. In fact, I used to make sure, like, the girl I was dating would order something that I like to eat because I knew in advance that she wasn't going to finish her food and that I would have to finish it. I mean, shit ain't cheap, right? I don't know. It did take my mind off the experience at the Apple Store just for a little bit, but I'm still not. I just reminded myself of it. Other thing I want to talk about is I've been talking about my company turning into a van life, mobile van conversion company, like remodel apartments. Why don't we remodel vans, right? Mentioned it to somebody and she said, oh, I'll hire you. Good, because I'm getting my van in a couple of weeks. Problem is, she's here in Boulder and my guys and my team and my tools and everything is in Missouri. And her budget is really, really too low. But that's a good sign, right? When you have a business idea and right away somebody wants to take advantage of it and hire you. And so, I don't know. Beginning stages. I already spoke to somebody who wants to work for me and told them they need to start working now. We need to do some research. Start planning. So if this happens, we can knock it out of the park, right? We can knock it out of the park. It's getting dark. So I guess we just got a phone call in the middle of that. Anyways, eat less. You don't have to eat everything on your plate, and if you do eat everything on your plate, put less of it on there. It's working. It's I don't know. Duh, right? It's total duh. The other thing is, we are gonna be a mobile van rebuild conversion company. I love it. That's it. Talking about 2 things today, including the Apple thing. That's 3 things. All right. That's it. Peace out. Bye.